Thank you everybody for being here today. How many people here are currently not in the business wanting to get into laundry business? Okay, awesome. First of all, I love seeing these hands because I call it fresh blood. Keeps those of us in the business, that you guys are nipping on our heels, and it keeps us fresh and exciting. But as he said, Josh and Hannah Chapman, we got on the business back in 2021, and they started off with one store, and now we've grown to 4 stores. We do pickup and delivery, wash and fold. We have 27 employees now, which is crazy. I was originally asked to come and talk about how we've got our story, and then a couple weeks ago, they changed and asked to do wash and fold, so you guys are in for a treat because my wife does that. You're going to hear from her today. I'm going to pass it off to her, and we'll go from there.
Good morning. Again, thank you to Ryan and the EVI team. Y'all have been just so kind and gracious and have been along with us for the whole journey. And so again, thank you for that. Today, the topic, we're talking about wash and fold. It is past the machines. There's so much more to it than just machines. So I only have 20 minutes, and so I'm gonna need that countdown timer that King had. I'm gonna need that in the back. A little bit about me. You wanna know who you're getting information from, and I think you should vet every person that you ever get information from. It's not just Home Depot buckets full of quarters, okay? Again, so I'm a mom. I have 2 little boys. You'll see them in the back. They come with us everywhere. I'm a former nurse, so I worked in corporate healthcare for almost 10 years, and I helped oversee the 2nd largest operating room in Oklahoma City. I had a lot of people. I had doctors, anesthesiologists, nurses, a whole lot of people. People are my thing. I'm an Enneagram type 1. Anybody take the Enneagram before? If you understand Enneagram, type 1s were teachers and reformers. So we want you to do what we tell you to do and do it right. And so that kind of goes into a little bit of who I am and what I do. I'm very type A. I am a natural introvert. I love sharing my story, but I love having one-on-one conversations. I am a recovering control freak. It's been about 2 hours since my last episode, maybe 5 minutes, ask Josh. I wash everything cold and I don't sort. So those of you who are cold washers and don't sort, welcome to the club. So the purpose of today, why are you here? So you're learning why wash and fold is a great revenue generator. Some considerations to talk about when you're starting to build wash and fold operations. How many of you do have wash and fold? How many of you don't have wash and fold? Okay, so about half and half. The goal of this is to give you a 10,000 foot view. Again, I only have 20 minutes, so we're gonna have to cover a lot. You're gonna drink from a fire hydrant when we jump in. So we're also gonna talk about delivery as it multiplies, keys to scaling, and then also some resources we can give you as you get started. This is also for people if you don't have a laundromat and you're just wanting to get into wash and fold. We have a building or one of our locations that is strictly just wash and fold, and it is a pickup and delivery as well as a drive-through. So customers don't even have to come in the store. So it's kind of based on the whole dry cleaning model. So just because you don't have a laundromat doesn't mean you can't get started in wash and fold. So here, again, why? Why are we talking about wash and fold? So when we started, we opened in January of 2021. We had 0 experience, and it was our first location. We didn't even go into a laundromat except the one we actually bought. So literally, I had never even really been in a laundromat. So this is going to be our story and our experience. In our 4th year now with all of our locations, we're going to be doing over 300,000 pounds of wash and fold this year. In our first year, we went from 0 to 81,000. So you can kind of see how much we've grown, and that's over a 270% growth in pounds. And our revenue has generated almost 5x, almost 400% since then. So why do you do wash and fold for the money, right? So Josh is pretty creative. He does all of my stuff for me. So we are talking about, again, how wash and fold can bring revenue into you, that it's not just laundromats. Per pound versus wash and fold versus self-serve, you can generate 3 to 5 times more in that one machine than you can just self-serve alone. So you have a 40-pound washer. I don't know what your VIN prices would be. Your VIN price is $6. Your dryer VIN price is $2, but you're gonna put that wash and fold order that's worth, anywhere from $40 to $45, and you extrapolate those costs out, you're looking at 3 to 5 times more in that machine than what you would get in VIN pricing. So again, it's not just self-serve, it's going beyond those machines to do wash and fold. So the other thing is it's not just for the money. At Wash Bar, we view wash and fold as our cream on top. So every addition that we've done in all of our renovations are based strictly on what we come in from wash and fold. We're able to add in staffing bonuses. We're able to give raises and those kinds of things just based off of our wash and fold. Something that I encourage you to do if you already have laundry and you're going to add into wash and fold, make sure that you're operating with excellence before you jump into something else. You need to have that humming and pumping. Your attendants already know how to give that excellent experience when they walk in the door before you ever try to add into wash and fold. I like this Elon quote, play to win or don't play at all. If you're gonna get into wash and fold, be the best. There's a lot of people coming into this. Dry cleaning pieces are down, the dry cleaning industry is going down. They're trying to get into this wash and fold space. So you want to wow these people. And then again, play to win or don't play at all. So why get into wash and fold? We have huge change in consumer behavior. We all know what happened in 2020. Now we have this behavior pattern that is completely flipped. King talked about getting groceries delivered. 2 hours later, he gets his chapstick from Amazon. Wash and fold is going into that changing consumer behavior. People buy for 3 things. They buy for health, they buy for wealth, and they buy for time. Something that they're buying for health and wash and fold, we offer ozone. We can say we have the cleanest comforter in town. We clean your flu, your kids got sick at night, you have MRSA, anything like that. They are buying health from us. The next thing, buying wealth. You know, Coach Prime, he says, when you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you play good. And when you play good, anybody know the line? They pay good. People are wanting to look like they're wealthy, or if they are, they're able to spend it, okay? You're giving them that look of wealth when you give them a beautifully finished project from your wash and fold. And then time. Time is something we all have the same amount of, but we're all trying to buy more that you'll never get more of. That's why people have Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart, Plus, Amazon Prime, everything. If you can market to one, or if you can hit all 3 of these in anything that you advertise with, you will knock the socks off your competition in wash and fold. Comes to those 3 things. Don't try to complicate it. Don't try to make it more extensive. Hit those 3, and I guarantee you, you'll have more wash and fold bags than you can count. The other thing that people have, and why changing consumer behavior, people have kind of the ick factor of going to a laundromat. And so people don't want to go to the laundromat, so now they're paying you. And so these are just some slideshows of things of our laundromats. Again, big, bright, open windows, lots of lighting, open spaces, it's clean. People get that experience when they walk in the door. Even if they are a wash and fold customer, they're still maybe even gonna check you out from a laundromat perspective. This is me also vetting myself. You'll see this picture in one of the Dexter handouts, by the way. And we also have a drive-through. And they get it before they ever walk in the door. Okay, we greet them, we have kind words. We actually stole this from Hilton Hotels. If you wanna, he said, you know, we're in the hospitality business, go to a hotel. Pay for a night at the Ritz-Carlton. Go to the Four Seasons. See how they treat people when they walk in the door before they ever get there. So this is something we took from the hotel industry. And this is just us. Everything we do is generationally. Our goal is to provide financial freedom both for us and for our children. And so wash and fold is a profit center. There are certain things that you need to consider, okay? First of all, do you have the equipment that can even handle the amount of wash and fold that you're planning on doing? If you don't have big machines, you need to get big machines, because that is a huge, huge advantage to you, especially when piecing one off, which we're gonna get to that. So make sure you have the right equipment. We've been with A-Advantage Laundry Systems before we ever bought our first laundromat. They helped us run demographics, see what's right, what's not a good fit for us. So find somebody that's gonna partner with you. Literally, Daniel, our distributor, we were looking and trying to figure out if we were gonna even get into the laundromat space. And at the time, we only had 1 kid. He was 2. And Daniel was like, I'll watch him while y'all go talk to this owner. And I was like, sweet, I got 20 minutes of babysitting. So I go and we're talking and Daniel kind of flags us over from the other side of this store. His face is really red and I'm like, okay, so I come over there. My kid wet his pants. So you find somebody that's gonna stick with you year after year, and that was 2019, and Daniel's been with us for 6 years. So find somebody that's gonna stick with you that long. Also, we run everything Dexter. They're literal workhorses. Every single one of our stores does 10 plus turns a day. That's without wash and fold. That is strictly just laundromat. And we wouldn't be able to handle that if we didn't have Dexter Laundry. If you're like, hey, I don't wanna leverage my house and my children, you need to check out Dexter Financial. Christine's been with us this whole time as well, and they've helped us grow and expand. If we were not with them, they don't pay me to say this, by the way. If we were not with them, we would have not grown 4 stores in 3 years, because they've been with us all along the way. So thank you guys.
Those pictures of your wash, at your place?
Yes, one of these is our place.
Make it wash the
Oh
bags,
yeah,
it makes
yes.
sense, it makes
So
sense.
again, back to the experience. When you tell them, hey, this is a 60-pound washer, they're like, I don't know what that means. But they understand mega, they understand huge, okay? They understand those things, okay? I'll be here all day. Okay, and so they understand those things. You have to speak their language. You have to know your customer. We should have tag teamed this one. So, but yes, these are all of ours. And also something in signage. I'm just gonna rabbit trail here. This is pretty much the only signage that is in print that you will see in our stores. You will not walk in and see flyers everywhere. You will not have posters all over the walls. We don't put anything on our windows. We have digital signage. These are 85-inch TVs. We have 5 of them in our newest store. We have 4 of them in this other store, and then the other ones you can't see them in this store. So we do everything digital, so it's always constantly scrolling, and it's also based on time of day, utilizing AI. We have gotten our weekend customers to move to the weekday because we put strategic pricing and different things on our signage, just because Josh does it all. So anyway, I recommend all that. Okay, something if you're going to add in wash and fold, your staffing considerations. How many of you already attended? Okay, I highly recommend having something attended. People come there because it's safe, it's reliable. You got to think about your mom. Is she going to come in there and is she going to bring in her children? We are all attended at every one of our locations. But before you add in the staffing, you have to have the policies and procedures in place before you ever bring them in. Okay, you need to have a training manual. It spells out what they're expected to know from day 1 until day 5. Ours is a 5-day training course, okay? They need to know that from day 1 to day 5. Is there a way to know that they actually comprehended what you told them? Like, we have questions and answers that they actually have to answer at the end. How do I upsell a comforter? How do I treat wine, coffee, blood? Okay. Also, a handbook. Do they have a handbook for any question that they have? Can they go straight to it? Scheduling. This is something that can kind of go up and down about everything. Do you provide schedules that are flexible? We run weekday schedule and we want a weekend schedule. So many people these days are looking for that second job. How many of your attendants are working their first or second job with you? Okay, so 11 of our 27 employees have 2 jobs. We run a weekday crew and then the weekend. And so our weekend people can fill in, our weekday people can fill in on the weekend, but then they can also work second jobs if they need it. We don't have people missing for doctor's appointments. We don't have people missing for sports events, those kinds of things, because they at least have one day off, weekday or weekend, that they're able to have. And that has proved huge for us. And again, thank you, nursing, for that one. So workflow, you need to have an operational setup that is easy for your people from the moment that that order comes in till the moment that it gets out. They're not what I call the spaghetti theory. Your floor should not look like spaghetti. You pull your video cameras and you watch your staff from the time that order comes in till the time it goes out. Their floor should not look like spaghetti. That goes back to your training and your staffing, but it needs to be easy. You need to have extra carts and baskets to move from machines to counters to folding spaces. You need to have adequate folding space to fold out tablecloths, which are a huge market item, your comforters and those kinds of things. Something we do is we don't put tickets on our washers. 1, that's privacy. That's a medical thing I learned. And then 2, you don't want to be like, well, I know Susie and her kid made the team and mine didn't, so I'm going to pull her ticket off the laundry. People do that, okay? So we don't put receipts or tickets or anything. We put them all on the back of our tags, okay? So the first one we did says, why are you doing your own laundry? We'll do it for you. You have all those self-serve customers that are sitting there, and they're having to sit there and wait for 24 minutes for that laundry to get done, where they could be out shopping, doing groceries, all those kinds of things. So we're marketing to them, and they don't even know that they need us yet, okay? The second thing, out-of-service tags. You don't want tacky-looking tags all over there. And then these are other drop-off customer tags that we use. Anybody have any questions about anything that you see in here? Oh, and then, so we also heat wrap everything that we do, okay? Which is gonna take us to the next thing on packaging, okay? So we heat shrink everything. So we're in an agriculture community. We only serve 50,000 people between all 4 stores combined. And the average income in 2 of our 3 towns is less than $18,000, okay? So we're not talking Metroplex, we're not talking anything. We're talking 300,000 pounds between 50,000 people, okay? So if we can do it, you can do it, okay? So we heat shrink everything. Our second week we were open, Josh was running everything, and at the time we only had trash bags to wrap everything in. And this farmer literally took the bag and threw it in the back of his truck. And all that time that Josh had used working to fold his laundry was gone, okay? And Josh hates folding laundry. So that's why we started looking for alternative. This heat shrink wrap doesn't tear, it doesn't rip, it doesn't anything, and literally, Josh tried it, he kicked it into the back of a truck and it stayed. And so all that hard work didn't go to waste. And so you need to have what we call eye appeal is buy appeal. We tell our team this, okay? You are providing a luxury service and a luxury product. They don't need you, remember? They don't need you to do their laundry. They can go to your vended site and they can do it themselves. So you have to provide them with something that when they open it, it's that experience, okay? You wow them. We use our own scented detergent. We have a company that makes it for us. It smells kind of like Tyler Candle Company. If you've ever smelt them, they're fantastic. So when they open that plastic up, they're like, oh, this is great. It's something that they can't get anywhere else. We provide them something that wows them that they can't get anywhere. It's not tied. Eye appeal is buy appeal, and it's not just in the packaging that you're wrapping them in. It's the bags that you're providing them with. It's even wrapping them. We put everything color-coded. Again, the type A. I put them in RGB of color, like red, green, yellow, orange, blue. We hang them all that way too, okay? Okay. Customer acquisition. Again, this is knowing your customer. Waleed, you could probably do half of this with me. Okay, so for us, again, we are located in Oklahoma, so we're in the central United States. Whatever's on the east or west coast is going to be a little bit different for where you are. But for our 3 ideal customers and where we have the most income from is dual income households. Both mom and dad work. The second one are busy professionals, and number 3 are single dudes, because they're dudes. They're not men, okay? Have you seen their laundry? Those are the ones that inside out, front and back, okay? When you're counting their underwear. So, but dual income households, what are you selling them? Time. And some of them are health, okay? What about busy professionals? What are you selling them? Time and wealth. They're busy. They're making that money, honey, okay? And then single dudes, what are you selling them? Nothing. They just don't want to do it, okay? So upsell potential in wash and fold is huge, huge, okay? So something that we do, that we upsell, these are they're really quarter clipboards, okay? And especially for our drive-through, this is great. They pull up and we give you this clipboard and we say, hello, Miss Jones, is there anything that you would like to add to your laundry today? Does she want same-day service? Does she want OxyClean, degreaser? We're in the oil field country, okay? We have a lot of people who want degreaser. They want their clothes clean. Bleach, spot treatment. Thank you. Hangers, dryer sheets. Do they want a hypoallergenic detergent? These are all things that we charge extra for. And you can make so much money. So OxyClean, does anybody know how much a box of OxyClean costs if you get it from Sam's? It's like $22, okay? So, and it says it's like 58 scoops. Do you know how much we sell a scoop of OxyClean for? We sell it for $3, okay? So we make money all day long on OxyClean. Don't limit yourself to just regular detergent and processing, okay? Also, comforters. How many of you do comforters? If you don't, you should, okay? Also, we call them our one-off items. They're a single processing item. They take the minimal amount of work with our highest profit margins. So back in August, we ran a special, and Josh did it, and he said, hey, Josh is out of town. He's at the Clean show. Come in, all our comforters are $15. We sold over $1,500 in comforters in 2 days, okay? Just remember, our town of less than 50,000 people, okay? Our average is 7 to 10 a day. We took in 77 in 2 days. So don't discredit your upsell. I gotta hustle, y'all. Why delivery matters? It's a multiplier. It's going to expand your service area exponentially. Again, you're selling health, wealth, and time. You all can put all those together. Also, your delivery orders are going to be almost double what your drop-off orders are. Our standard drop-off order is 22 pounds. Our standard pickup and delivery order, 45. I'm doubling that, and I just have somebody out on the road that also processes laundry when they're not out doing deliveries. Again, eye appeal is buy appeal. But if you're going to get started in pickup and delivery, again, you want to start in your self-serve. You're doing it well. Then you're moving into your wash and fold. Then you're expanding into pickup and delivery. So some tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a point of sale system that does it all. Okay? You're not going to want one to communicate with your team. You're not going to need one to track orders and then one for routing. You need to find something that's going to put all of them in together. I'm going. Okay, the next thing, that was for me, wasn't it? I know. You held the sign up, I know. Okay. Also, your vehicle needs to be your rolling billboard. If you're going to be investing in something that's going to be making your pickup and deliveries, it needs to be a billboard. You're going to pay a lot for that. Make sure it does its job. Some of the keys to scaling. You need to start lean but structured. You need to know where you're going. Handbooks, policies, procedures, all of these things. You also need to know your customer journey. Where they start out on day one and where they are on the end are going to be two different things. It's kind of a stair step. You're getting them in and wash and fold. They're bringing their comforter. then they bring their clothes, then they bring their drapes, and then they start bringing everything else. Then you put them on a subscription, then you put them on a route, then they are sticky. I know it's a word, but they're sticky. Making sure you have your people and policies lined up. Marketing essentials, again, health, wealth, and time. Line them up, you'll be rolling all day. Partnerships. This is something we do when we go into a new town, especially we're looking for spas, gyms, those commercial clients. Give them 2 weeks of free laundry. We went into a gym and said, hey, you're the general manager, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks of free laundry just to say thank you and to help you get our word out. Do you know what? She's been with us every single week. We pick her up every Tuesday. And now all these other people that come to her gym do the same thing. Again, define your client journey. You need to know the lifetime value, how much it's going to take you to get that customer in. I know it takes me $27 to get a wash and fold customer, but they're spending almost $2,700 on average over the time of 12 months. I know that my laundromat customer takes $8 to get in the door. Their spend is about $1,500. You have to know that in their lifetime value. Okay, so what did you learn today? As quickly as I could. So there's a fun story behind this. So because of the financial freedom that Wash and Fold and Laundry has given us, we spent a week in South America back in March, and it was fantastic, and these little monkeys jumped all over you, and so this is where this monkey came from. So what did you learn? Okay, it is high profit margin. If you can nail down your marketing, you're golden. Make sure your people and policies are lined up, and it's very, very scalable. We did 4 stores, like I said, over 3 years. You're able to scale quickly when you have all of these things in place. And again, we always say we're in the people business, not the laundry business. I'm just seconding what Wally said. We say this over and over and over again, whether it's dealing with your clients or dealing with your team. And it does matter how you refer to them. We are in the people business. When you are people first, your profit will follow. And I want you to all take that away today. If you don't take away anything else, you are in the people business, not the laundry business. So how can you get in touch? So we do advising and coaching on the side. I forgot to throw that out there. You can find me, Hannah at laundryadvisors.com. I am Laundry Hannah on X, but you won't find buckets. And then you can also find us on our blog or our website. And we're just about an hour and a half north of the metro. So if you're in this area and you want to just come and hang out or check out our laundromat, we would love to spend time with you. We love what we do. So.